In the previous session, we did discuss about exception handling, error handling, right? You are seeing, what we can say, you are seeing this as a generic exception handling concept, all right? And there are something where we can even, um, what we can say, we can use specifically like if you know the exception. For example, uh, uh, if you think of maybe this kind of the maybe this is the exception might rise during the program execution, right? For example, let me give an example for that so that will be so neat for you. One second. Yeah, let me create a new one. That's fine. All right, so think of this. Let's say uh, I written a equal 10, right? And now I have, what I'm doing is I'm just printing a value of a. This is legal and valid, but in the very next statement, I updated one more print statement, say print b, right? So this is very neat, right? It is very clear that we understood what is the error actually. What is the error name? Right. Yeah, that's correct. But when it comes to the Python, no error names. There's name. Yeah, perfect. Name error. Got it? Yeah. So this is a name error. Okay. So what we can do is, whenever you see name error, right? You can directly say, for to handle this kind of errors, right? How we write is, so as you already aware, try block has the versional code. Okay. This is the versional code. Got it? Now this is a sample one. Let's say this is example 01, right? And this name error. And to to help application not to crash, now we have to write a program here. Say try this piece of code should be inside, whatever the original code, executable code should be inside the try block. Got it? Session we did discussed about, and you already know except. We got it? Except, what is the error name actually? Name error, right? You can also write like this. If it is a name error, then say print, for example, say something isn't correct. Got it? For example. So this way also you can handle it. For example, if I execute this program and I wanted to make a block comment of this, because above one also will get executed. Get it? If I execute this, what is the problem here? Unexpected indent. Okay, yeah. Here actually in the indentation should be 4 spaces, but during copy paste it didn't copy it properly. Okay, yeah. So this is, yeah. Now all are in uniformity, like all are in 4 spaces gap, right? Now if I execute this now, did you see this? 10 something isn't correct. But even handling this kind of error, right? Handling this kind of error, sometimes, right, even wouldn't help, because if it is a name error but you are not handling it here, you are not giving any proper messages. Let's say if I start writing like this, if I execute this program, okay, and then say this is not a what you can say, this is not a good practice. You are still catching it, but what is the purpose of this? Imagine, you know that there is an error, right? For example, you may have uh, b equal to 0, for example. Got it? And this time you are doing what? You are after a and b, you are doing c equal to some, you are performing, a reason by b, a by b, correct? What will happen if I execute this? Is not, it should be okay, it should be forward slash, right? If it's a by b, what will happen? The error is different. But if you look at this, the error is different this, but do you understand? I need a volunteer who can go through all the, you know uh, presentation. So from tomorrow, most likely I might ask you to explain. Okay, so please feel free to practice before attending the session. Okay, whatever the program, I'll explain to you, and the same explanation should be delivered back to me. Yeah, in your own style, because yeah, you cannot talk like Kumar, but I cannot talk like you, right? Everyone has an individual style, so you can practice in your style and deliver it in the presentation. Okay, presentation skills also critically important, guys. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have, but if you're not presentation, like if the presentation is not good, you will never recognizable. Got it? Yeah, this is critical. And now that we were at this particular point, so you understood how to raise exceptions, basic, uh, and thank you so much for the feedback that which you have given to me yesterday. And only pending one is Aparna. All right. So this we will keep it aside, and then we will start other, other concept. Okay, you're fine with it, is it? This particular scenario, yeah. All right. So let me start a fresh concept. The concept is functions. Guys, functions is one of the best concept, used in any application development. Whenever we start developing application, so first of all we will think, hey, what are the functions required for this application? When I say functions, it's like features. You got it? You can think of, let me write a very basic function, and don't think that it's a very complicated one. No. So far whatever you have learned, right, same thing we will put. So instead of, let's say, think about a scenario where I ask you to write a, let's say, I'll say, yeah, I have a and b. So for example, this particular scenario, I have a, I have b, correct? And I asked you to write a some program. Hey, can you submit? Yeah, don't worry, man, I'll submit. Yeah. And you again, after this, I want to see, this is what, this is a predefined values. You got it? But I don't want, if I want to if I want to add, let's 13 to 40, for example, this time, then no problem, I'll help you out. D equal 30, uh, e equal to 40, f equal to d plus c. Did you got it, guys? But what did you understood this? In this, if you want to write anything, again you have to write a piece of code, correct, for doing other activity. And if you look at this, for anything, let's say you here you have two variables, a and b, and d and d. But if you look at the core logic, right, what is the core logic here? A plus b, d plus c, just addition, correct? So instead, to this is to avoid this duplicate code. Okay, that's where the function born actually. Got it? Functions. So function is a block of reusable code. You got it? Even if someone asks me, or if someone asks you, hey, what are the functions? A function is a block of reusable code. execute when we call the function. Got it? In textbooks, you will find a number of like uh, big definitions. So never mind. You just tell them like what is a function. Function is a block of code, reusable code. It executes when we call the function. Got it? And syntax is df. So to define a function, you should write df and function name. Okay, and here inside this parameters. Got it? You should put colon and then function statements. If you don't remember, that's still be fine. Okay, guys, understood? And when you want to call this function, this is a function definition. This is a function definition. Okay, but when you want to call it, you should call the function name. What are the function name here? Here you should call them with the open and close parenthesis. Got it? Yeah. Now, so can we implement this very basic program with the same addition program? Okay, so it's very easy. Df, for example, function name is add function, isn't it? Like add, and if you look at this, what like how many operands are required? Let's say how many variables are required? Two variables, right? Correct? Yeah, x and y. You got it? You can name anything, a, b, whatever it is. And what is the logic for adding? If you see here, a plus b. So meaning what are the value you are passing to x and y, you are just doing x plus y. This is the logic, correct? Just print it. Print x and y. That's it. So now this same program will be used for, let's say, as we can see, 10 20 a plus b, 30 40 d plus c, correct? Now same function being used. Let's say 10 comma 20. Not only 10 comma 20, this can be used for the same function being reused. Let's say if I export this program out, one second. So this yeah, cool. So this is a block command, right? Now if I keep it here so that it will be very neat to you. Did you get it? If I export this out, oh, I didn't copy. Yeah, did you see this? What is output? 30. You have seen this, right? And instead of directly writing, so as mentioned, so write in this style. Okay, so addition is right x plus y. So you should use placeholder for x plus y, and you're done. Addition is 30. So same function you can use. Let's say 34 comma 20 for example. Any value now. Did you get it? Now did you understood about the function definition? Like did I justify the function definition? Function is a block of reusable code, and it executes when we call the function. So now this same function being used for doing any kind of addition. Guys, did you get it? Yeah? Yes or no? Yes, right? So this way we should learn. And now see, this is a very basic. Again, as mentioned, imagine if the value is something else, right? Some text. If I execute this is what? Type error, correct? Did you see this? Type error, unsupported type plus, between plus and string, isn't it? Now what you have to do? In order to handle it, you have to strictly check it. If if both types should be what? Integer, no? If integer and type of y should be integer, then I want to do this. Got it? If I execute this program now, see, since I had a strict check, that's where the program is not crashed. If error, say else, else, you can also raise error actually. So raise, let's say, what is their name? Value error, right? Raise value error, say illegal, illegal values found for addition. We got it? If I export this now, did you see this? Whatever error I have raised, if other than this integer, it has to rise. You have to make the program to we need this error, right? We need this error. So since we are raising error, what we have to do? You have to do a exception handling, isn't it? Yeah. S- Try. So this block should be inside the try block. Okay. And except block. Okay. Except exception as error, right? So we are raising this error. We are raising here, hey, this error, and we are capturing into this variable, and we are printing this variable. Print, because this has to go to Splunk, is it? That's why error is, got it, guys? Now the program didn't crash. Still, what we have done, we have added this error. We have added one more string. Error is, we added this string and we printed the actual error message. Did you get this, guys? Yeah. So you can raise your own errors like this. If it is other than this, there is a value error. Yeah. So any confusion in this, Molly? No, right? You're good. Aparna, any confusion in this? Good. Okay. Yeah, guys, this all we already learnt. Okay. What have see? What basically how we have learned so far? I'll tell you. So far we have learned this style. Okay. Now, since we have started with functions also, right? See, function also block. You should properly write your code. You got it? And you can also put finally say execution completed. You got it? Not just some error message, guys. But if you want to, if when you're beginning with, right, don't use exception handling and all that. Okay. But if you're learning from exception handling, that's fine. But here, what is the core logic? The core logic of this example is, you know, let me tell you this. So since you are learning, so don't apply all the exception handling and all that. Instead, remove all the block, remove try block also, not required. Got it? So the first section should be here. And guys, did you get it? So learn this way. For the same thing, now did you understand? Like this logic, it is very clear, right? For example, if it is confusing you, because you need to make your hands dirty on understanding exception handling, right? So until that, you just write like this. Even if you are comfortable writing exception handling, please do it. Yeah. For subtraction, what you do? This is for addition. If you want to subtract two values, for example. So how this can be implemented? Same way. See, this is for addition. You can write one more function, right? Same instead of this subtraction, sub, right? Here instead of doing plus, you will be doing minus. Sub is this. Or you see subtraction or you can say here, see, addition is, for example, it is printing let's say when it is 34 and 20 54, right? But addition is 50, does not make any sense. But if you write a proper readable message, hey, addition of first item is x, right? And y is addition of addition of x and y is this. Did you get it? So let me comment this block. Yep. Now did you get it? So when I do this, what will happen? It will go here. See, now I can call the same. See, I can use the same. I can call this function a number of times, guys. See, once the function is defined, you can call a number of times as you wish. That's where the reusability, correct? So currently you are writing here. You can do a number of like this. If I execute this, did you see this? Addition of 34 and 20 is 54. Now this is properly readable message. When it comes to the application readability, when it comes to application debugging, which would literally help you to debug better. Okay, and see sometimes, right, if you don't have these two values, right, your application is returning a 54, and let's say customer is saying, hey, no, I have just sent a 10 and 10, I should get 20, but how the hell your application is sending 54? Then we will tell them, hey, you are doing addition of 34 and 24. This application, in the application I can easily see that the values are 34 and 20 we received from you. That's where you got 54. You got it? So this would literally help our support team to look into this matter very easily and close it. Yeah. And since, see, I've done for subtraction. Let's say if I wanted to do a subtraction, I can write like, and I'll comment this addition. See, I had addition block now. So this is we used to call a definition, the function definitions. Definition, function definition. This is function call. Guys, did you get it? And when it comes to subtraction, let's say um, 30 and, for example, 50. So what is the logic here? So 30 is, see, we are passing 30 and 50 to subtraction function. So 30 will goes to x position based on the position only. Okay, based on order. 30 goes to x and 50 goes to y. Got it? And type of x equal to int, type of y equal to int, right? 50, 30, 50. And subtraction is x minus y, which is 30 minus 50, which is minus 10, isn't it? So if I execute this program, the output says subtraction is minus 20. Yeah. And same program being used for multiple what we can say, any other calculations also. For example, let's say it's 79 minus 50, which is 29. If I execute this out, yeah. Did you understood? So same program being used for multiple purposes. We can reuse this function a number of times, right? Got it? Any questions on this, guys? In the same way, expectation is that you can write a, uh, you know, we can write a program for doing all arithmetic operations like multiplication, division, all other operations. You can start writing the functions. Did you get it, guys? Yeah. Any confusion in this? Isn't it nice actually? Functions easy, right? Easy to write, easy to define, easy to use, isn't it? Right. Okay, so this is one way. And also you can also see currently what we are doing is we were simply defining the functions, and we are sending some static values, right? We can also do a dynamic calculations. Let's say for example you have a function here, okay, and now you want to take the input from the user. So how you can take the input from the user? You can use, there is a built-in function, right? Input function, right? So say a equal to input function, and enter the first value. Got it? And also try to put some let's say like this, colon, or like this. You got it? So that on the screen you can able to see. Otherwise you will see only this. You don't know like where to enter, right? But when you see this prompt kind of message in the screen, it's clear that, oh, I should enter here. Got it? Yeah. And let me do it for b. Let's say b equal to, enter the second value. Got it? Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is, see, previously I have there's a concept, right? Like a call by value, call by reference and all, right? So previously what we have done, we are calling a function with direct values, right? Did you see it? Like here, add of 30 34 comma 24. When you are calling a function directly with the values, right? Then this is a call by value. Call by value is calling a function with values directly. Got it? Now, so here add 20 comma 10 comma 20, add sub 79 comma 50. You got it? So this is about call by value. Now we are talking about call by reference. What we do is, instead, see, I will read this value. So if I execute it, you'll come to know. If I execute this program, enter the first value. Got it? Let's say 67. What it will do is it takes the value and store that value into a variable. You got it? Now second value, let's say 20 for example. This time, because I didn't call, I just taken the values. Now a value like 67 goes to a, 20 goes to b. Got it? And when you're doing this, like if you want to do addition or subtraction, whatever it is, right? Let's say I want to do addition now. What I can do is, I'll call this function, add function. I'll pass a comma b. You got it? Now, so passing a comma b means you are exactly passing, you know so as mentioned during our one of the explanation with the memory, right? So a will be pointing to, a will be pointing to whatever the value you entered, okay, and b points to other address. Let me quickly show you that as well. Paint, for example, so that it will be neat. So when I take this out, okay, so say this is namespace, and this is object space. Got it? And when I write, here a and b value, for example, okay. So a has some address. A is once again. So when we enter the value, for example, first time I entered, let's say 10, for example, 10 will go and sits in a variable. Okay, got it? Now 10 is pointed to, like a is pointing to 10 and b is 20. I'll B will be stored in this location, right? And B is simply tagged to this address. It is referencing, A is referencing 10 address. So is, let's say for example, address of this is 1000 and B address is 2000, for example. Got it? In this case, this is a Python memory space. Okay. So see, the data will be stored in the memory in the namespace and object space. If I write a equal to, let's say if we enter value 10, right, for example, so 10 will be stored in memory, and that a will be simply referencing that. A is simply a tag, like we had a we see for class we have a tag, right? There is some name like that. This is a reference actually. Okay, this is a reference which for this particular product in our case, in the real time scenario. But here our scenario is the value wherever that got stored, simply it points to this reference into it. You got it? So that's where, so when we are when we are enter this like this, one second. Now if I execute this program now, you'll come to know. See here, first value I entered, let's say 10, stored into a variable. You got it? As per the reference, as per this, it's stored into a. It's stored into, let's say, after entering, 10 stores into some memory address. Okay. And if you see what is the variable that we are assigning, equal to means assignment operator, right? So what are the value we are entering here, that will be loaded or stored into a. Okay. But in the reality, the a will be referencing to this 10 address. Got it? And enter. Now it is asking for B, let's say 20. Again, so 20 will be stored here, and B will simply reference this address. You got it? So that's why now we are passing add of A comma B. So if you write like this, add of A comma B, so this is call by reference. Okay. And for example, if you are calling a function with some values, let's say I love 20, 30, 50, for example. So this is call by value. So if you are directly passing some value, which means call by value, if we are passing a reference of something, then it is a call by reference. Did you understand about the call by value and call by reference concept? Isn't it easy? Right? Yeah. So even in interview they'll ask, hey, can you please tell me the or explain the concept of call by value and call by reference, right? You can tell them, hey, there is a function defined, let's say add function, which has parameters x comma y, and when I'm calling a function with direct values, let's say 10 comma 20, for example, so which is a call by value. But sometimes I'll not pass this way, this style. Instead, what I'll do is I'll take the input from the user, right, and store that value into some object or some variable. But when I call this function with a reference variable, which is called call by reference. Guys, did you get it? Yeah. Well, let's say you can give any big number, guys. So you know what, in the other beauty in Python, in C programming, right, integer value cannot, like, you cannot take a very big number. There is a range actually. Okay, there is a specific range. Even if you quickly refer also, integer, what is the maximum value a integer can store in, what is the maximum value of integer Java, for example? Did you see this? This is a number. Okay, above this number, if you give, right, it will not store. For example, in C programming, see, this is the maximum. This is the maximum range actually. You got it? This is the maximum value that can store. But in Python, let's say I have taken the same reference, right? And if I trigger the same program now, there's a function. Yeah, yeah. Here, if I execute this program, first value I didn't give anything. Okay. Now this time, what will happen? additional, because see, for first one it didn't taken out anything. Yeah, anyway, it's a crap. Once again, let me comment out one code. Yeah, now if I execute this, even if you just enter, your program will execution will be really smooth. How come it's smooth? Like you will be thinking that, like, there's an error, right? Because you are not doing anything. If it is strictly checking, if the input is if the input is number, integer number, then only you are making, correct? For empty it is still still not it is not giving any input, still be fine. But you need to understand how. Okay, so before that, what you can do is print to understand, like, what kind of what kind of data it is actually. For example, if we don't enter anything, but if you are passing it to a function, here you can capture, right? hmm? x x type is and colon, say, type of x, so that if I re-trigger this, I didn't enter anything. Did you see this? X is string. So, like, you are surprised. Hey, how come this is a string? Right? How come this is string? I didn't enter anything. By default, if you don't enter, by default, since you are using input function, right? By default, it takes empty string. Okay. You'll come to know. So length length of, so that you can see, like, what is the how many characters. So empty string means, I'll tell you quickly. Like, you may be already aware, but so empty string means like this. You got it? If a string with some space, then it's not empty string. Got it? So our program is receiving this kind of a string. So it comes with string and type of integer, type of x equal to string, right? And type of, since the condition itself fail, it does not perform any operation. You got it? So since if you want to capture or do any kind of operation, what you can quickly do is, let's say errors, for example, errors equal to empty. Got it? Whenever you see, if not this, let's say if not that, right? Say uh, store, store them, errors dot append. But this should only happen when, if condition got failed, it should happen inside the else block. Got it? Say x comma y. So you should not do x comma y. Instead, you can do one by one. Okay, errors dot append of y. Got it? Also print. You can also append. You can also add items, multiple items one shot. But there is a function called extend. But during our after this function concept, again we will jump back to all the methods of, or methods means functions of it. Yeah, errors, or directly just say, uh, got it. Yeah. Now what I will do is, I'll not pass anything. Anything. Did you see this? What happened? Oh, append. There is a function. Oh, triple P. Got it. Did you see this? Errors are. What did you notice? I just entered, right? No, I added something. Oh, okay. No. Mistakenly I added something. Okay, one second. Shouldn't be like this. Did you see this, guys? Now you understood, right? These are the x and y values. Yes? No? Got it, is it? Since we didn't enter any input from the, we didn't enter anything in input, but by default, input function taken empty strings. That's where we stored, right here. Yeah. Guys, understanding these are very very important, guys, because see, sometimes your customer says, hey, your application, what the crap application is not working, right? We should, everything we should capture, we should capture, and if it error, we should put like this. My, if customer comes and asks me, I'll ask, what's your person ID? I'll append, let's say for example, as you already were, right? So PRS ID, person ID, employee ID, let's say 1 2 3 4. Let's say I'll ask this also, even while taking this also, let me make it this also dynamic. After this, first of all, person ID equal to, say here, sorry, same input function, hello, enter your ID, your employee ID. Got it? For example, yeah. So I'll show you, like, this is so much fun. And 1 second, let me wipe this out here, and I'll click inside these. Okay, and we can also remove this. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So I'm taking person ID. Also, I'll put one more. I'll pass one more parameter to function. Okay. So here I'll pass person ID also. Got it? Comma person ID. And what I'll do, I'll store some Z, for example. Now, did you got it, guys? And what I'll do is I'll use Z here. So this person errors are, for example, I say Z errors are. Do you got it? So if I execute this, it say, hey, hello, and for example, my employee is some number, first value, second value I didn't enter. Did you see this? This person errors are. I can easily capture what is the error, right? Did you get it, guys? Yes, no? See? Yeah. So you need to make your hands dirty during your day. So since you all, now that you understood how to define a functions, start building the stuffs, guys. Okay. I'm already over, from like, since some people has, early shifts, right? So I want to close this off quickly. But whenever everyone okay, I can continue until 9, 10, 11. I'm okay with it. But the thing is, it's all, I'm also flexible with you guys, right? So I, Aparna heads she want heads up to office actually. So we want to close it now here. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And now I had to check their flexibility too, right? Yeah. All right. Anyway, thanks. So thanks for informing this, Aparna. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be sharing these notes and recordings to you guys. Please do practice more. All right. If anything, please message me, chat me. I'm always messageable, right, for everything.